Good evening. It's Monday, the 6th of October. My name is Pedersen. I'm presenting the Mathematics Didactics module, a tutorial tonight to all the ADT students at Cornerstone Institute. I just want to say that if anybody would like to contact me, you may do so. You can use your emails. You can phone me by phone, contact me by phone or emails, or even come visit us here at Cornerstone in Salt River in Cape Town. And I hope that there will be students who take the advantage of after viewing this video, will come and contact me with comments and that too. Right, tonight we're just going to be talking, this is our last tutorial for the module, and all we will be doing is just trying to draw the whole, all the tutorials, draw the module to a conclusion and round it off, and I want to just bring on some PowerPoints just to help you with that. Right, the first PowerPoint, the part of the PowerPoint I want to show, and this PowerPoint will be available on Fundu tomorrow, on tutorials and under resources as well as lessons. So you can watch the video, and or you can also watch this PowerPoint presentation as well. Okay, tonight we're going to just do a short welcome and notices to you. I've done that already, some very brief revision of assignment 4, and then also an icebreaker. I want to go and just show you the different concept focus areas that we've been dealing with in this module, and then conclude with a section on data handling, and then one last section of just bringing it, the module to a close and a conclusion, the tutorial to a close and a conclusion. The revision of this of assignment 4 instructions, I purposefully have not given all the instructions here. They are included in the e-guide, which is under resources or and also under lessons as well. But this is just the crux, the core of the assignment 4 instructions. You have to design different activities in which you can use measurements. And then you need to design 2 activities or workshops for 5 topics of the measurements, right? And those are the topics here that I've listed there: length, mass, volume, time, temperature, surface area. There's 6 there. You need to select 5 of those and then design 2 activities for each of those, each of your the 5 of your selections, which means that your assignment will consist of 10 activities. And please make sure that you include the memoranda with your activities. Try and make activities that are of a practical nature, where students the pupils can get in and out of classrooms, measure sports fields, tennis courts, netball courts, and so on. And then the pupils should be able to perform these activities at schools. And then the worksheets can be for any particular grade. They don't have to be for one set grade. Maybe you want to do 2 of the 5 activities for grade 4, another 2 activities for grade of the topics for grade 5, and then the last 1 topic for grade 6, or any combination like that. Anything like that is permissible and acceptable. Please just take note of your due date. It's next Monday night at 11 o'clock. That's the due date. Please ensure that you submitted your assignment for them. And then also, if I may just add, yeah, students, just be fully aware, and I have sent emails out to you last week, that all assignments are due, outstanding assignments are due by the 31st of October. Right? All assignments must be in by then. Assignments that are not in by then, we can't include in the grading and that. Lecturers, not only in this module of mathematics didactics, but all other modules as well, it counts for them. The assignments must be in on the 31st of October. Right, now, I want you to look at this icebreaker, and then on your own, aloud, I want you to say each unit, each number on its own, right? I want you to say each number on its own. So it will be 1O was a bishop, right? I'll just give you a brief time just to say that on your own. Right, so this is just a bit of fun that we're having with numbers here. The icebreaker reads, 1O was a bishop, 2-2 was 1-2. 1O won a Nobel Prize, 2-2 1-1-2. Right, it's just a clever little play on numbers. And obviously referring to Bishop Tutu and his contribution with the Nobel Peace Prize and that as well. All right, just a little icebreaker. Maybe you can try this with your pupils at school one day. It's quite interesting to see what they would think and whether they can make the connection with the Tutu being Bishop Tutu, who has also won a Nobel Peace Prize. Right. Okay, let's move on. The focus of content areas in mathematics, and this is according to the CAPS document. We have to deal with 5 content areas. Yeah, we have dealt with the numbers 1 to 4 by means of assignments. Right now, the one that we haven't dealt with is data handling, and that's what we're going to be dealing with this evening, right? But we dealt with all the others. They all form part of your assignments, and that's the basis of your assignments as well. But tonight I just want to focus on data handling. Please make sure that you read your CAPS document, pages 10 and 12, because it gives you further insight and background into these content areas. And the CAPS document is available online. It's been placed under resources, and if you go online and you can Google for any education department, WCED education department, and then just Google where they give you an A to Z index. You can go to C and you can find the CAPS document available there. Right, so just to repeat that we've done all of these numbers 1 to 4 in terms of assignments, and tonight we're just going to focus on the CAPS document, on data handling. Sorry, on data handling. Right, so what is data handling? What is the content area knowledge that we have to concern ourselves with? Well, first of all, in data handling, it involves asking questions and finding answers to describe events. It helps pupils to learn to collect, organize, analyze, and interpret and report on data. Develops data skills and techniques. It views different situations, and it also helps in defining different possible outcomes for situations as well. Then there's other specific content focus that we have to deal with too. And here we talk about students should learn skills that will enable them from collecting data to reporting on the data as well. It will expose the pupils to a variety of contexts of collecting and interpreting data. And I'm not going to go through the list there, but just to show you what some of the things are. We talk about analyzing data critically as well. Right? Then also, obviously, in data handling, we deal with graphs. And here are just 3 types of graphs that we deal with. There's one here that we call a bar graph. In this one, it's just got with eye color. Another one, a pie chart or pie graph, like a pizza. You cut it up in different slices. And then you've got a traditional line graph as well. How many potatoes were consumed, right? On a Monday, there was 15, and on a Thursday, there were the lowest number of 10, but on a Sunday, it was 35. So that's how the graph, the line goes that way, right? And each of these types of graphs are used for specific purposes. Depending on what is required, then they will, a specific graph type will be used for you that time. Right? Here's another example. Different types of graphs. These are the ones that are most commonly used. A pie chart used to show different types of transport on a sunny day. I'll come back to this one just now. And then we also have a bar graph. Show different types of transport on a cloudy day, whatever there. So now the height of the bar will indicate how many people have used or have used that form of transport. And then a pictogram, where a little picture represents a certain number of people. So in this one here, if the one man is taken to represent 2 people, right? So that's what, and this is based on the information that you've got there, right? So in other words, over here on bike, it would only be, it will be 3 people because it's 2 for the one man and there's half a man there. So that will be 1. 2 and 1 will give you 3, right? So the picture gives you an idea of how many people have been, or in this case, use that mode of transport and so on. Right? Different types of graphs that we can use to display data as well. Right? I have a YouTube clip that I want to show you. It's a very short YouTube clip. It's only about a minute long. And the reason for showing you this is that I think it would be a very good one to show to pupils in the schools. That will get them interested in data and explain data handling to them in a good way. So I suggest that you now just prepare your PCs or your laptops or whatever, make sure that the volume's up as we go into watching this YouTube clip. It's not long, it's only about a minute.
What's a graph? I'm Ted Tunes with more math news you can use.
Ted, watch this. As cars drive by, I stack up a block. If the car is blue, I stack up a blue block. If a red car goes by,
You stack a red block.
right. You can easily see that more blue cars went by than red, and almost no green cars went by, and even less yellow cars.
That's a great way to record information. What do you call it?
It's a graph. No, it's the
It's a graph. Graphs are used to show and guide data.
What's data?
Data is a group of numbers. In this case, the numbers show how many cars drove by of each color.
I think we should call it the amazing Barkley Block Counter Thunderbirds. It's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Ted Tunes.
I'm sure that you will agree with me that there would be many children who would love to see that video clip there. Right? It's just one to show them about different types of graphs and that. Also, there's information in the CAPS document on page 30 and 31 that deals with the data handling, and it's put out in table form. That will help you understand it. And this document, the CAPS document, is found in the resources, under resources on Funda. It's called the IP, Intermediate Phase Maths English PDF document. Right, it is there for you. Okay, so what does this document look like? Okay, here's just part of the document. So it's got all the things in each of the grades, grade 4, 5, and 6. And it starts off with collecting data and organizing data, what you need to do in grade 4, grade 5, and grade 6. So there's progression. And then it shows you as you go along with the representing of data. Grade 5, draw a variety of graphs to display and interpret data, including pictographs, bar graphs. Right? In grade 6, you do the same as well. Right? And then further on, you talk there about analyzing data, reporting data, and ungrouped data as well. And then there's also probability experiments that you can do with the pupils too. This is all the data, all the information about that data handling that you find in the CAPS document. Right, now, just to take you through some things here about data handling, we talk about a tally chart. One of the easiest things to do with pupils is the tally chart helps to record the frequency which a feature occurs. Remember in the Ted Tunes video, it was the number of cars that had come past. Right, so you take the frequency of 4 is recorded as vertical or italic strokes, and then the 5th stroke is the horizontal stroke. Right, so there would be your italic strokes, and then stroke number 5 would be the horizontal stroke. So 9, a score of 9 would look like this. Here would be your 4 plus 5 would give you your 9. Right, 4 plus 5, one horizontal stroke would then give you your 9 as well. Right, and just one table that I've managed to work out here is one of bike, walking, bike, car, bus that referred to earlier. And you can see there are 9 people that went by, used the mode of transport of walking, because there's 5 there plus 4, there's 3, and then there's 6, and lastly 12 by bus. Right, so you get the pupils to draw up a table similar to this using the tally method. Just helps to do it. And with pupils, it's easy to use anything that they are most familiar with. Right, I showed you one about the colors of eyes. You can work out how they come to school, how many pies are sold in the tuck shop, hamburgers, or on a Saturday morning at rugby or sport, anything of that nature. And they can add up the tally and record it this way. And then we try and depict it, in this case, as a pie chart. And so how do we draw the pie chart? Well, first of all, you've got to add up the totals. So in the previous table, we would go and add up these totals over here, right? And then they all come to 30. So you take the 30 and then you divide each frequency by that total. So there were 9 people who walked. So it was 9 divided by 30 gives you 0.3. And you do the same for the next one and the next one and so on and so on. Right? So, and then you calculate each angle of segment or the slice by multiplying it by 360 degrees, which is a complete circle. Right? So you take your 0.3 multiplied by 360 degrees and gives you 108 degrees. And then you do that for each segment, right, or for each slice, until you must have a total of 360 degrees over here, so that your circle is then complete. Right, so you draw a circle using a compass, and then draw from a line from the middle point to the edge of the circle, a radius. Draw that in, and usually it's best to draw your radius from the circle straight up to 12 o'clock to start with, right? Best to start there. And then what you do is you place your protractor, plastic protractor, on that line, right? Make sure that the 0 point is over here in the middle, and then you read off your 108 degrees or whatever it is. You also then have to finish off your graph by doing that for all the other segments as well. And as you make another segment, then you move the protractor and you record the size of that segment, the size of that slice again, and then measure a new segment. You can then color each segment and make a key for each segment so that it represents, each color will represent something different. And then finally give your pie chart a heading, which just makes it a lot more sense for you as well. So your pie chart in this instance here that we're talking about would look something like this, right? There were so many people that used the bus. Those are the people that walked. Those are the bikes, and those are the motor cars. Right, and that's the pie chart graph showing the different types of transport on a sunny day, and see the number of people that would be using transport, that could use a mode of transport on a sunny day, and that could well be different to a pie chart showing the mode of transport used on a cloudy day. But then you would be able to compare the size of the slices, and you'd be able to report on that as well. Right, so conclusion. Right, it's important to remember that the drawing of the graph is not the end of the exercise. Right? So many people get so excited because they can draw a graph and think, well, that's it, I'm now done. It's not the end of the exercise. You've got to be able to interpret the graph and use the graph to find answers to the question. For instance, why is it that so many people walk? Or why is it that so many people use the bus? Why don't they walk? Questions like that, right? And you should be able to use the information from the graph to answer those type of questions as well. As teachers, we need to make sure that the questions are challenging, and need to make sure that those questions also make our pupils think hard and work out things from the graph as well. And then finally, I just want to leave you with 2 references here. that are available online for you and deal with graphs and data handling as well. They're both very valuable, and I suggest that if you have any need more information, this might be the place to go to for it as well. All right, that brings us to the end of the PowerPoint and to the end of the presentation tonight. Just in closing, I just want to thank everybody for being part of Maths Didactics module this semester. It's been lovely lecturing to you all. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something new. I hope you're discovering new things in your classroom with your pupils as well. Please, if you wish to contact me, you can email me, or you can also phone me as well, and I'm happy to contact and be in contact with you in that way. So I say to you, everything of the best, and good luck with your teaching and with your studies and that, and I look forward to meeting up with you again later. Thank you and good night.